Hello and welcome to another Murders at Karlov Manor draft. I'm Paul Cheon and we are sitting at rank number 3 still sitting at rank number 3. We have had some ups and downs, but we've had over 50% win rate in basically all of our drafts. We went 4-3, 4-3, and then we got a trophy as well. And so number 2, it's being stubborn, but we're going to go for it here. Let's hop into the draft here. Before I make my first pick, I did want to say that I did launch my Patreon channel. If you wanted to support this content in other ways, the link is in the description below. Shout out to all the current patrons. Thank you so much for your support. All right, here we have a choice of 2 cards. It is the Gleaming Geardrake or Buried in the Garden. Those are the 2 best cards in this pack here. The commons are actually quite weak in this pack. Illicit Masquerade is kind of a cute card. It's cool. But it takes it's a pretty big setup cost, and I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I know other players have made this card work. So for us, it's what's better, Gleaming Geardrake or Buried in the Garden? I think they're both very, very good, but I think I'm going to take the Buried in the Garden, and here's why. Gleaming Geardrake is, I think, on par in terms of power level if you're green-white versus blue-red, but Gleaming Geardrake is a far less splashable card, whereas when you're playing Buried in the Garden, if you're a green-based deck in general, you can still splash this and have this be very useful. Whereas the Gleaming Geardrake, you just want it in your blue-red artifact decks. That being said, I can also see people taking the Gleaming Geardrake out of that pack because of the fact that green and white are the 2 most drafted colors. And if you want to just avoid that altogether, just go into blue-red. Because I've been going blue-red a lot just because I just haven't seen cards in other colors. And it's been working out for me pretty well. All right, this is one of the worst packs I've ever seen in my entire life in this format. What is this pack? Undercity Eliminator? Tin Street Gossip? Crowd Control? I guess I'll take Crowd Control Warden. If I'm going to be green, it's like likely to make my deck. If I'm green-white, it's not bad. There's a Tin Street Gossip here too, but second pick Crowd Control Warden. Blech. Vomit. Okay, this is better. This is better because there's at least one good card in this pack, and that's the Repulsive Mutation. Very, very splashable card. We still don't know what exactly our colors are going to be, so I'm still just kind of taking the best card, and the Repulsive Mutation still goes pretty well with this package. Even if we're green-white and we're looking to splash to blue, this is just a bomb if you can ever splash it. Countering something and putting like 2 or 3 counters on one of your creatures is incredible. Other cards here are Crime Stopper Sprite and On the Job and Vengeful Tracker, but they do not come close to the power level of a card like Repulsive Mutation. Case of the Trampled Garden is also something to consider. If you're like a white-green really aggro deck, you could take this. I never take this card highly, though. This card usually tables, and it's not a high priority for me. But okay start here. Not happy with the second pick Crowd Control Warden, but am happy with the Buried in the Garden and the Repulsive Mutation. Those are 2 of some of the more powerful uncommons in the set, and they do go well together. Moving on to this pack, there is the best cards in this pack are Extracted Confession and Projector Inspector. Unauthorized Exit is also a pretty decent trick. I'm not, with this base, we're not really aggressive enough where we're looking for something like a Red Herring. So, and Barb Servitor is also just, first of all, I just don't think this card is especially good. If you can somehow remove the Suspect from it, it's pretty nice. But outside of that, I just think it's a little bit too slow for a format as tempo-oriented as this one. So I'm looking primarily at blue, green, or white cards. I'm going to take Projector Inspector here because with that Repulsive Mutation, we can still very easily be a blue-green deck. And in a blue-green deck, I do think the Projector Inspector is quite nice, as the blue-green deck typically wants to collect a lot of evidence. And this is a nice way to continue fueling your graveyard and allows you to collect evidence in your blue-green decks. Here I'll take Topiary Panther. Like it much better than Culvert Ambusher. This is the mana fixer that we need. And of course, it's a nice 6-mana creature, which allows you to collect evidence on Bite Down on Crime and the V2 Ghazi Inspector. So very, very nice here. Like it much better than the Ambusher or Reasonable Doubt. So decent start. I don't want to say that green is necessarily open, but these packs just in general haven't been the strongest. So we're still just trying to cobble together a playable deck here. Fairy Snoop is a fine card. I'm not a big fan on Hotshot Investigators. We already have a 6. Repulsive Mutation is something that's expensive. I know Panther is something you can do in the late game, but I'd rather just take a face down card here in the Fairy Snoop. And looks like we're headed towards some kind of a blue-green deck here, splashing white maybe for Buried in the Garden. I'm not the biggest fan of Eliminate the Impossible. It's okay, but I love Out Cold. So definitely happy to pick up the one copy there. Riftburst Hellion is fine, but it's kind of replaceable. Like Crowd Control Warden, Undercover Crocodile, they're all kind of in that same vein. So I would rather have the more unique card in the singular copy of Out Cold. So happy with that pickup there. One thing though, I'll note, no cheap cards. No cheap cards. So that's going to be a very, very high priority moving forward. Take a Museum Night Watch here in case we end up white-green or blue-white even. Is there a world where we're like blue-white splash green? I don't know. But it's the only playable card here out of that pack. And wow, man, these packs. Oof. I guess I'll take They Went This Way. If that ends up being it. And I'll take... This is a 2-drop. So like I said before, we are super lacking in 2s. So we're going to put a pretty high priority on 2-drops moving forward. And that includes cards like Jaded Analyst, Sanitation Automaton, etc. I'll take On the Job, I guess, just because I don't really think Griffnot Tracker is especially great. But I don't know that I should be white. I'll take the Haunch. Sometimes that's playable. Man, this is just a lot of mediocre cards. Wow. And look at this pack. Like, what do I take? There's just no good blue or green card that I want to first pick. There's a Fanatical Strength. And it's not like I saw a bunch of great white cards either. I mean, I tabled this and I got this late, but I didn't see Market Watch Phantoms or Makeshift Bindings. I think blue is one of the colors I need to be. It could be Blue-White Detectives. Anyways, I'm not first picking Auspicious Arrival. I'm not taking the Lightning. I'm just taking Fanatical Strength first pick, and I'm very sad about it. I mean, Fanatical Strength is a good card, but first pick Fanatical Strength, second pick Crowd Control Warden. We might be settling. We might be setting ourselves up for a little 3-3 draft deck here, depending on how things go, because this is one of the worst starts I feel I've had in this format, just with regards to the power level of the packs that we've seen. All right, moving on here. No 2-drop. I guess Reasonable Doubt counts. I'll take a hard-hitting question. That's a pretty good removal effect in green. And it's definitely the best card in this pack as well. So maybe this gives us some hope. Yeah, this is our deck. Okay. We have a good number of spells at this point, so I really do want to pick up just kind of 2s and 3s for curve purposes. Tunnel Tipster, Sanitation Automaton, just V2 Ghazi Inspector, anything along those lines. Bubble Smuggler, sure. That is a Novice Inspector, what is this, third pick. Don't think I'm supposed to take it here, though. I don't know that pivoting here to white this late is advisable. So let's just take the Bubble Smuggler because it's just going to be a 2-mana card for our deck, even though the Novice Inspector is the far superior card out of that pack. And that is a Private Eye. That is a Private Eye, but that ship has now sailed. So we are moving into just being blue-green. I just need to just lock it in here. I'll take the Granite Witness over the Crocodile. I think this card just makes your deck a lot more dynamic. Being able to cheaply tap things and give you a cheap flyer over something like a Crocodile. Of course, it sucks that we pass a Private Eye, but it is what it is. I mean, yeah, this pack would have been Novice Inspector into Private Eye into Neighborhood Guardian. But remember, this is pack 2. This is pack 2. We're just going to keep taking 2-drops for our deck here in Sanitation Automaton. And like I said, this is definitely a deck that's just looking to... This is what we call a salvage draft, okay? We're just taking cards for our deck. We're just drafting a reasonable mana curve with some combat tricks. And that is all. That is all. I'll take this as the only playable cards in this color. Like, did we even pass any green cards? Anyways, do we have a shot of playing Hotshot Investigators here? I guess we do. I'll take it. Here I'll take a Gravestone Strider. It's another 2-mana card. And it allows us to splash Buried in the Garden. And actually, you know, the nice thing about this too, randomly, is sometimes you can just like play face-up Granite Witnesses, play face-up Fairy Snoops, or you have a lot of these gold face-down cards, and the Gravestone Strider will randomly just help you cast those cards. So it is not the worst. Auspicious Arrival tabled? Dang. I guess I'll take a Thinking Cap. Don't think I'm going to play that either. Oh my goodness. I'm really waiting. This... You know those drafts where you're just like, I should have been white, I should have been white, or I should have been black. Yeah, I mean, that's one of these drafts. But it's one of those things where it's just, at some point, it's far too late. Like, you kind of hit the point of no return. And so here we are, right? We are blue-green base, splashing white for Buried in the Garden. We have still, you know, those are powerful uncommons. We've got an okay curve. We have a trick. Crowd Control Warden, a welcome addition, just to have another playable creature to put into our deck. Ideally, I don't have to play Jaded Analyst. And I have other 2-drops instead to play here, but we'll keep it in here for now. All right, can I at least get like one decent creature here? Inside Source would have been good for our Blue-White Detective deck. Fugitive Codebreaker is not bad. Person of Interest is also fine. But for our deck, we want a 2-drop, so we'll just take Vitu-Ghazi Inspector here. And now what do we have? It's okay. It's okay. We have a Bite Down on Crime. I don't need to complain. I do like it. I like Bite Down on Crime still more than Get a Leg Up. Get a Leg Up is a really good combat trick, but blue-green does lack removal. And Bite Down on Crime is kind of the best way to kill something. So we have Buried in the Garden, Hard-Hitting Question, and Bite Down on Crime. And we do have a combat trick already in Fanatical Strength, and to a lesser degree, Repulsive Mutation. So we'll take that here. Krenko, Get a Leg Up, Private Eye. Very, very good pack. All right. And now we're going to take Surveillance Monitor. I love this creature. Very, very happy to have it. Seeing a bunch of red cards here. There was a Squee and now Galvanize, so the person on our right was definitely not red. I wonder if we ended up in like blue-red, maybe that would have been really good. But let's just continue taking cards for our deck and be happy about it. Surveillance Monitor is very, very nice though. We have 2 Collect Evidence cards, and then this is number 3. Works Detective Spell with Projector Inspector, which is also nice. And here I am happy to pick up another Vitu-Ghazi Inspector. So now we're on 5 2s. Not bad. Potentially 6 with Jaded Analysts. We have an okay curve. No rares. Who needs rares? Let's just curve out and beat people down. There's a Mistway Spy here, but I think Bubble Smuggler is better. And I'll take it here because it's a 2-drop. And ooh, that's a card worth splashing. There's nothing that's really good in my deck, so let's take it. I don't know that my mana fixing is quite good enough, though. I wonder if Flotsam Jetsam is playable. I mean, there's nothing else to take out of this pack, so I'll take it. It does go well with Aftermath Analyst. I might be playing a lot of cards here that I haven't played before. Right? This might be a science draft because our deck is weak. I mean, Flotsam Jetsam does work well with Aftermath Analyst. I don't think I want a 3rd Crowd Control Warden. Maybe I'll play an Airtight Alibi. We'll see. Rubble Belt Maverick. Okay. Rubble Belt Maverick with Aftermath Analyst. It's a detective. I don't know. I don't know if this is good or bad. Somebody help me. And last pick, Airtight Alibi. This Flotsam is still probably bad. Something like this, 8711. Okay. Alrighty. So this is what we're working with, and we need to cut 1 card out of all of this. Our fixing isn't ideal, right? We only have the Topiary Panther and the Gravestone Strider. We have a Buried in the Garden. I think My thought process here is kind of the power level of this deck is kind of low. So we just need to take a few risks. So I'm going to just go with this. And now I do think I am actually pretty good on 2s. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I have this rubber belt. So probably, I'm going to, I usually don't play this card, but I'm going to try this over the automaton for this deck because of the Aftermath Analyst. This digs a little bit deeper. It's a detective with Projector Inspector. So I will give this a try, and I'll try the Aftermath Analyst as well. While I'm shaking my head. Oh, man. Oh, man. Alrighty. Round 1. We're on the draw? Okay, I guess I'll keep this on the draw. Maybe I'm supposed to play Sanitation Automaton as well? Just for more mill effects? I don't know. Okay, that's our swamp. All right, we got turn 3, face down Bubble Smuggler, Sharp-Eyed Rookie. Oh, we can play Buried in the Garden too. That's great. Huh. It's actually kind of interesting. They play that turn 3. I actually think I'm going to play this face up. And I'm going to kill this Sharp-Eyed Rookie. That thing can get out of hand, especially because they're going to turn 4. And they can play something like an Eavesdropper. And I feel like I'm going to have enough things to do where I might not need to flip this up. And this still just puts something in play. Besides, it was a double spell turn. It can't be that bad. Analyze the pollen. Okay. They're going deep. Lazav. Lazav is good. Get out of here. All right, Aftermath Analyst is nice. Allows us to do some, put some things into our yard so that Surveillance Monitor can do some work. Sample Collector, okay, from the opponent. I guess we'll play Aftermath Analyst. Okay, we hit a couple of lands and then a Topiary Panther, which is very nice. And I'm going to go ahead and play Surveillance Monitor. And I'm going to exile this. Because they can kill my Surveillance Monitor, so I just want to get the immediate value here. I know that that turns off the Vitu-Ghazi Inspector, but my thought process here is that I will get to a spot at some point where this Inspector will still get me some value. Okay, so our opponent played Rakdos, and we are dead. So that happened. I guess we'll sack Bubble Smuggler and Gravestone Strider. Our opponent, they have like 4 or 5. They have 5 rares. Granted, 2 of them are lands. How are we supposed to? How are we supposed to keep up with this? This is not fair. Oh man, how do we beat Rakdos? Not cool, opponent. Not cool. Okay, I'm done here. I'm done here. We have now slipped to rank 4. This might be the beginning of the end here. This deck might end us. This deck might end us. I mean, we were playing a completely fine, normal, fair game, and then our opponent just... Look, in this format, there are so many absurd bombs that I would say once every 3 games or so, you're going to just run into something ridiculous, right? Just take your lumps and move on. That's what you got to do. But when it happens all the time, that's when it starts getting a little frustrating. That probably on top of the fact that this draft was just really ugly is piling on the feel bads. But let's keep going. Let's keep going. No 2-drop here. Red herring from the opponent. Let's play Projector Inspector here for digging. And discard Crowd Control Warden. No blocks. This thing's just going to do 1,000,000 damage to us. Face down card. Okay. I wonder if this is like... I wonder if this is already an out cold situation. Because the way that I look at it is I out cold, I tap these 2 things down, I buy myself some time. Actually, I'm going to attack. I don't think they're going to block. Yeah. And then, and that gives me fuel to go face down card and to bite down on crime. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Just buying some time here, friend. Just buying a little bit of time. Ooh. I mean, that's not bad. I could just play that face up. Or I can go... Actually, you know, maybe it's better to go face down and still just fight this. Because these don't untap, right? And even if they have, like, no combat trick actually gets rid of a face down card here. So let's go ahead and do that, because then I can flip this up and kill the red herring if I draw a land. And I want to play it safe and target my face down creature so I don't get lightning helix or whatever. And if they have auspicious arrival or whatever, we're fine. And then we can attack with project. This gets in for 2 less damage, but I think it's worth it. Okay, it's a... Okay, sure, Dog Walker. So maybe they didn't have a combat trick? Another face down card. Oh, man. This is just far too much. Land! Okay. I'm killing red herring and I'm just going to pass. We're at least getting good value from our cards. Our opponent going mega wide here, though. All right. Yeah, we'll certainly play Rubble Belt Maverick. Let's stack it so the Surveil happens first. Yep. See if we can find something great. Oh, we do not want those. Oh, that's not bad. I'm going to get rid of Buried in the Garden here. I don't have that many white sources in my deck. And let's play a face down card and keep up mutation. I think I need to just play more as many creatures as I can. This still gives me a counterspell if they have On the Job, and then we can maybe do really good blocks here and counter the On the Job, and that makes me feel pretty decent. Due Diligence, okay. I think that's okay. I mean, it's not, but all right. So 5-3, and then let's go 2 here. Seems like a pretty good exchange for me. They must have like a shock or something, or a galvanize? Alright, I guess we'll have to counter this. We need to keep this 5/5 in play. Oops, hold on. Alright. Okay, we are trying our best to stabilize. I don't know that I still have an attack here, but we can keep adding to the board. That was a really good exchange for us, though, having that counterspell to save our Vengeful Creeper. I don't know what this face-down card is. Wow, their deck is really good. Like, I just never feel like I can attack, you know what I mean? I'm gonna just keep taking Fairy Snoops. It's like a 2-for-1 every time, right? Can I attack? I don't think so. All right. Fairy Snoops! One at a time! I think I want the green now because I have the Crowd Control Warden. Alright, that's another play. Let me think here, actually. Sure. This Crowd Control Warden is going to be ginormous. Okay, well, glad we kept one Snoop back. The problem is, the moment they draw like a go wide spell, we are in so much trouble. We have 7 mana. Okay. That was almost lethal. Yep. I mean, we can just go for... I mean, they have to block Crowd Control Warden, right? But we can just go for a lethal attack here. I think I'm going to. Keep up the tap here just in case. Boom! Okay. Okay, wow. I am proud of that one. That one, we clawed. We clawed. Every little tiny edge we could get in that game we got. And it ended up paying out. So that was just kind of definitely one of those, like, we had to be super careful with how we sequenced every turn. And we ended up getting there. So that was... But I feel like with our deck, that's kind of what we're going to need to do. Okay, 1-1. 1-1. We are on the play. I am keeping. I know I don't have any forests, but I have 2 face-down cards and 3 lands, so I believe. There's the Neighborhood Guardian that we passed. All right, we're going to take 3 here. Gonna attack. Huh. Now what do? I think I'm just going to play this as a 3/3. Like, it's a hill giant. I have plenty of collect evidence cards in my deck. Would love to find a forest here and not my islands. Is this a bite down on crime, maybe? Sanitation automaton. Okay. I see. They're going to pump the neighborhood guardian, maybe, and then... Do they have a token maker here, too? This is really rough. If this is like a dog walker, it's really tough. But I probably want to minimize the damage I take here still. Oh, it's a Sanguine Savior. Okay. Oh yeah, this is an easy block then. Out cold. Don't need to do that just yet. We can play this face down. And we are on the defensive here, so I am not going to attack here. Actually, I should have attacked. They wouldn't have blocked with 5 mana up. But anyways, let's tap down the Sanguine Savior. No blocks. Green mana. Green mana. Come on, deck. Come on. No green mana. Oh well. I feel like with a deck this bad, like the least the least Arena can do here is bless me with good draws. You know what I mean? Like at the very least. Griffknot Tracker. Okay. Right, no discount bite down on crime for us. And, okay, Aftermath Analyst. Okay, there is a green source. There is a green source. Okay, let's figure out what we want to do here. Is it kill Tracker and attack for a lot? I mean, we definitely want to bite down on crime something. Is it just kill Vengeful Creeper? Maybe. Actually, maybe that's better. They have 2 mana up, though. Hold on. Well, I guess if I do it... No, let's kill the flyer. And do it like this. Yeah, this is best. This plays around a pump spell, too. Like a +2/+2 or +3/+3 effect. Loxodon Eavesdropper. Okay. And I think we just pass here. All right, so that's an Eavesdropper attacking. How do we want to block, and what do they have? Well, this is the best block for me. And we hope for the best, right? It's like, obviously, combat tricks blow us out. On the job, yeah, yeah. Well, you know, we killed the Eavesdropper. Look, I mean, look, it was very good for them. They have a Vengeful Creeper in play, but... we're not dead. All right, let's tap the Swamp because we only have 1 black card. Let's play Projector Inspector here. Ooh. Don't need this island. Then let's play V2 Inspector. These two. Oh, I should have flipped that over. I should have flipped that around, but whatever. Target a creature. I want to target Vitu-Ghazi Inspector because if I draw a Forest, I can cast Fanatical Strength. Do I want this Gravestone Strider or Aftermath Analyst? This lets me loot, although I'm blocking next turn. Did we discard Buried in the Garden, or was that a different match I was losing? I'm going to discard Aftermath Analyst. The reason being is I might need double green next turn. So I mean, oh, that is a trade I will take every day. Wow. Okay, well, we're gonna hard-hitting question something. Left or right? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch tiger by the toe, la 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 la. Okay, right card. Yeah, it's purely scienced out. Damn it! Got the wrong one! Man. That's unfortunate. I hope this is a Nervous Gardener. We'll see. We are at 4 life. Make your move? Okay. I mean, I have to block. God, we got so unlucky. No. Why did we choose the wrong one? Oh, there's hope. There's hope. We drew the Forest. All right, top deck wars. Oh. Bite down on crime off the top. Nothing? Okay. Okay. I'm attacking. You better believe I'm attacking. Because I can block in Fanatical Strength here if they attack me. Okay. Huh? Maybe? Maybe? Okay, let's hope this isn't a 6-7. Because I'm attacking with both. Oh, jeez. Okay. Okay. Well, they're not blocking this card. Okay. I'm not flipping it over because it's still a lethal attack next turn. So I'm going to play Fairy Snoop face down. Oh, why did it tap like that? Okay. Okay. Let's flip this up. Oh my gosh. No! No! I need action! Give me action! Or we need them to miss. One or the other. Oh my gosh! Oh, these games! These games! What are they doing to me? Oh. Okay, 2-1. This is the hardest. These are some of the hardest wins I've ever had to come by. Oh man. Okay. 2-1. We just need one more to get my prediction. One more to get my prediction. Yeah, I'll keep this. Hopefully we can find a black source here for Chorus to kill. I think I'm running... Well, it depends on what they play. If they play a 1-drop, then I probably won't play the Smuggler. Okay, well. And we drew second Smuggler, so... Boom. Turn 2, 2-1. The heat is on. It's a free attack for me. All right. Good block. I think Bubble Smuggler is probably our worst card here. The question for us is whether or not we block this turn. I really hate having my opponent go off with Reckless Detective. And the only combat trick they can have that's really great here is Chases On. And I don't have the loots here. All right. We both got a loot. I traded my... That's how good this card is. I'm happy that I traded my 3-drop for their 2-drop. That's how you know. Let's play... I don't think I need to cast Gravestone Strider yet. And I don't think I need to cast Repulsive Mutation yet, so let's just play a face-down card here. Gravestone Strider is nice when we draw land number 4, because then we can go Strider and keep a mutation still. Oh, wow. Okay. They passed. That's interesting. Well, we're certainly not attacking. I'll play Rebel About Maverick here, dig in for some lands. Get that out of there. We will... Yeah, I'm going to keep the Forest. And I will play Gravestone Strider. I want to get a little more value off my mutation too, so it's a Gadget Technician, sure. So we take 1 here, go to 19. But that's interesting though. You had 4 mana up and your play was just flip over and make a Thopter. It is a little concerning. Like, I don't know what else they could have there, but... Oh my gosh. Gross. Who plays double orangutan? Get out of here with that nonsense. The second one. Nobody expects the second. That's why you play 2. Nobody expects the second one. You know what I mean? They don't ever see the second one coming. What is this? Oh, just a fairy snoop? Okay. Question is, which one do I want to target? I guess it's the Maverick. If they have a shock, I can still put a counter on something else. Yep. What is this? Oh, that's the spell that I countered. Duh. So we'll keep the Maverick in play. Don't want to trade Smuggler for that. So I'll just play a face-down Vengeful Creeper. And pass. And now they have to decide what they want to do with the Red Herring. If they kill my Maverick, I'll just block with the Copter. Not the Copter, Smuggler's Copter. I'll block with Bubble Smuggler. And then I can put the counter on my face-down card. Ah, sure. Okay. Wow. Let's block like that. Take 5. Oh, that's gross, because they killed my Gravestone Strider. All right. I definitely want V2 Gauzy Inspector. I'm just going to bin this Forest. I'd rather take a shot at drawing a swamp or an island. So we'll keep the Inspector. That's going to be really, really good, actually. The question is, am I willing to trade? I think I do want to trade with the red herring here. I'm just not going to get to 6 mana for a while. And I'm going to save the bite down on crime for now. Holy cow. That's just way too many fish. Okay. 3, 6. They have 1 card in hand. All right, and let's put a counter on this as well. And let's see what they do. What kind of collect evidence instant is there? Can't think of any. Oh, they're just debating whether or not they want to crack their red herrings. Oh, that makes sense. They should crack both then. Unless they have a removal spell that they find. Interesting. So they found something. So if they attack me, is it chases on? Oh, it could be galvanize. They can crack their red herring and then galvanize my V2 Ghazi Inspector. That would be quite annoying. 3 cards in hand. Face down card, okay? Okay, I'm going to use hard-hitting questions here on this face down card. This can kill something bigger. It's probably like the tapper. Yeah, it's the tapper, sure. All right. Well, if we draw a swamp or a plains, our hand is awesome. Ideally, just plains, because if we draw plains, then we can play the course. How many red herrings do you have? This just the fish monkey deck, right? Just monkey fish. All right, I guess we'll kill that. All right, please be out of gas. Like you need to be like I need you to relax over there and be out of gas. I'm gonna just full value do this because I don't have anything else to do with my mana. And we're keeping this back because red herring's in play. They're probably gonna crack it. Unless if they do something to my okay, well then I'm just dead. Sadness. Well, no, I'm technically at 1 life. Why didn't they crack the clue? Shock me? Pump spell? I don't know. Fey Flight, good enough. They were just a little too fast, blue-red tempo, and definitely got punished here for the splash cards. That didn't quite get us there. It's okay. That is the cost. That is the cost. All right, so 2, are we 2-2 now? Okay. We had a fine hand that game too, minus the fact that, like, honestly, the play of the game was Gearbane Orangutan on my Gravestone Strider. Like, that basically won the game for them. All right, 2-2. Can we pick up some extra wins. I got a 2-drop and some face down cards on the draw here. Aftermath Analyst might be awesome. What if can we just mill 3 lands here? And also, can our opponent not kill this? Okay. All right. What do we hit? Oh, we hit a Rubble Belt Maverick. Okay, and we hit a land. Sultai value.deck. What are you reading your card for? What you got for me? No, my value. Actually, I hit a Rubble Belt Maverick. I still got my value. Oh. There's also that, but I want to wait till I don't want to, so it's 6 out of 6, but I want to use my Maverick, obviously. Okay, no land for the opponent. Okay, cool. So that gets us a Plains. I'm trying to think what I want to do. Oh, I could do that. Yeah. Why don't we just do that? I'll explain in a sec. I'm just going to get in for 3 in the air. I'm just going to flip this up. Whatever. Tap one of these. And just attack. They're stuck on lands. And next turn we can set up for something sweet. We can go Buried in the Garden into Vitu-Ghazi Inspector, which is pretty good. What? Okay. What was that? I guess we don't need to cast Buried in the Garden. So let's go ahead and play Vitu-Ghazi Inspector. 6. I'm going to just put another counter on this thing. Let's just go all in. Build your own Sarah Angel. Look, we have the counter, all right? We have the counter. If they wanted to kill this last turn, they would have, okay? That's what I'm going with. That's the story that I'm sticking to. Next turn, in fact, I don't even need to play anything, right? I just pass with Repulsive Mutation up, and that should be lethal. Unless they try to kill it right now. I guess they could have Bite Down on Crime here. All right. I don't know, maybe that was a little too all in on the counters on the Granite Witness. I'll keep this in my hand in case they make me discard a card. Nervous Gardener. Probably getting a Forest. Let's hope they don't have another Bite Down on Crime here. I did say we're all in here. Okay, so this is an out cold, most likely. Okay. All right. Is this a Night Drinker Moroi? I don't know. Oh, Exit Specialist. Okay, sure. All right, let us play some face-down creatures. Crowd Control Warden is pretty large. It's a 7/7. It's a lethal attack by itself. They have a great deck. All good cards. I wonder how things would have changed if I like maybe put a counter on the Inspector instead. Yeah, you know, I didn't need to put 2 counters on this. I think 4/3, having this be a 4/3 and this being a 2/4 would have been significantly better. All right, face down card. Land would be okay. Them having 3 mana up is like a little bit concerning. It kind of makes me not want to flip this up. I mean, I can just like, it's not a good use of Buried in the Garden, but like, what if I tap down Nervous Gardener, Buried in the Garden, the Exit Specialist, and attack with everything? Oh, that doesn't seem great either. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna flip this up and get in for 3. Could be a Fairy Snoop, I guess. It's a Repulsive Mutation? Sure. I am okay with that. All right. So now it's like we got the Crowd Control Warden. That's kind of our trump card at this point. It looks like they have a removal spell for the Granite Witness. Maybe not. We have 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. Okay. Buried in the Garden doesn't do much. What is this? Like a Rift Burst thing, maybe? I'm just trying to figure out what their blocks are. All right. Could also just attack with Crowd Control Warden. Okay, it looks like they're just blocking here. Okay. Seven, 7. Oh my gosh. What a card. Well, I'm glad I didn't cast Buried in the Garden. We're now kind of all in on this Crowd Control Warden. We already have a decent target here in the 3/3 Nervous Gardener. They still have a bunch of cards in hand, though. Oh, yeah, that's not too bad. So what I have to do now is kill the Coerce to Kill. Them countering the Vengeful Creeper wasn't great. But yeah, let's and do I want to trade one of my 1/3s for an Exit Specialist? I think I do. That just makes it harder for them to block Crowd Control Warden. Oh, what am I doing? I'm so stupid. Why did I attack? For some reason, I thought I had a lethal attack. Ugh. Paul, what the heck am I thinking? In my mind, I'm just like, they're blocking both but the creatures. And that's horrible just because this is a matchup. It's like the matchup is just so predicated on the tiny edges, and me just throwing away a creature like that is just garbage tier. That is garbage tier. All right, we need to draw something good here. They've strung together a lot of good stuff here. Oh man, we got them so close. Fanatical Strength would be great. A removal spell would be great. I don't know. Oh, man, I just straight up threw away a creature to get in for 1. That's embarrassingly bad. It's okay. They threw away their 2-mana 1/1, so they're just making it even for us. All right. Okay. I don't think we have a great attack with the Crowd Control Warden. So... Well, I can kill these two. Is that something that I want to do? Or do I just want to flip over both Crowd Control Wardens? I think I'm going to wait. This is a 2-for-1. But I'm going to wait, because this is also going to be a 7/7. And they have less good blocks across the board if I do that. Very tight game. Sure wish I had an extra 1-power creature. But that was a great turn. I mean, we drew Fairy Snoop and played Crowd Control Warden and put a land into the graveyard, so can't complain that much about what happened there. They got a Plains. Oh my gosh, is this a Vindicator? They had no cards in hand. Crawl Whipcracker. It's just a 3/2. Oh, it's a reach creature. Oh man, that's annoying. We're at 19 though, so I still don't know that they're in a position to attack. All right. I can't imagine they're going to attack me with Exit Specialist. All right. Let's get in there. What is your face down card? I mean, I can't imagine them having great blocks here, especially if they're putting the Crawl Whipcracker there. They don't know what this face down card is. Whoa. I'm just going to kill the guaranteed creatures here. Because I have no idea what that face down card is. It's a Bubble Smuggler, okay. That's fine. All right. So they have a 6/5. They're top decking. We have a 7/7. So they need to like double block the Crowd Control Warden here to get it off if they want. So this at least needs to get blocked. So we just attack like this again. They double blocked because to kill it. All right. They're at 2. We have a flyer. We have lethal. But if they play a creature... But we have a 1/4 flyer. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Kaya? Ay, ay, ay. It's okay. We're just going to keep attacking. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh my gosh. Oh, the ups and downs. I can't handle it. The ups and downs. It's one of those weird games. I feel like, for the most part, I played well, and then I just threw away a creature for no reason. Oh, man. Okay. 3-2. This is a happy 3 wins based off of how the draft went. And any more is just a giant bonus. Got a mulligan this hand. Gonna keep this hand and put this on the... I don't even know which one to keep put on the bottom. Well, like, what's a better card here? Coerce is probably better. They're both equally hard to cast. All right. Like, this just has a bigger impact, especially when I'm down a card. Our opponent's playing Dimir. What do we have? Turn 3, Fairy Snoop, I guess. The Crowd Control Wardens have been doing some work. We could have taken a third one. They're usually not, like, insane in blue-green, though. All right. Slow control deck. Is that something that we want to face? Not necessarily. All right. Another Sultai deck. Face down card. What you got for me? Case of the Shattered Pact. This is nice because they don't have great attacks. I can flip over my creature, right? Just to dig, which is kind of what I want to do anyways. I want to keep hitting my land drops. And otherwise, I can just mutation for 2, which is still pretty nice. Do I want island or forest? I think forest. This is our double blue card, but this is double green. They have like all green cards. Oh no! Should have kept the buried in the garden. I do want to play it though in case I draw Projector Inspector and want to pitch this forest. Let's go ahead and do that and pass. Treacherous. What is going? They're going deep. Actually, this card's just fine. It's like a really bad Topiary Panther. Because Panther, I mean, the thing is, Panther, you cast a turn 6, it's fine. This can end games, but I think more often than not, the 6-mana 6/5 is probably better. But you can play this in any deck, which is nice. You just 6 mana and just pass. I will also pass. All right, a lot of back and forth jockeying here. I'll keep the Granite Witness. It could just be a 6/7. Oh, it's a Bloomkin? Oh. Wow, and they have a Mortuary to get. They are going off. All right. Well, at the very least, so if they play around my counterspell, I can just flip my Crowd Control Warden over and start attacking. It's a 6/6. It's really hard for them to play. Like, I can counter something unless they pay 5, right? If they play a face down card or a 3-drop, we can't counter that. They might just pass here, which is okay. Let's flip this up. Let's fight. And let us attack. What is this? Oh, Shady Informant. Do I want to just like Fanatical Strength to get in for like 1,000,000 damage? They get to kill my Maverick, but I think the Maverick's actually better on like my Granite Witness anyways. So I'd rather just push through more damage here if I can. Yeah. Yep. And because I'm so ahead on board here, I'm actually going to keep up the counterspell here. Like, they could have Niv Mizzet or something along those lines. And I can counter something for 7 right now. Or 6. I probably want to put a counter on my Fairy Snoop, to be honest. They have a lot more cards in hand than I do, so I need to just, like, try to close this out quick-ish. Yeah, alright. Yeah, we just do this for 1. They probably have another counter back, but this is the only line that we have. I think they also have a mutation. No! Okay. Murder? Push? Okay. Hedge Whisperer. Alright. Let's get in there. Okay. Let's pass. Hedge Whisperer makes a 5/5, okay. Man, if only I had this in play like way before to counter the push, that'd be nice. If they have nothing else to do, they might just go ahead and make a 5/5. I think I'm okay trying to race that. I don't know. I can either tap down the 5/5 or tap down the Leering Onlooker to do more damage. Honestly, I mean, this is basically just making chump blockers. But I don't know. No, I think I just take 5. Yeah. I'm kind of I kind of like the, because if I draw a removal spell, then that can also potentially get me all the way, get me to where I need to go. Oh, they just have Splash and Gallon. Okay, well, never mind. Okay. That's interesting. Let's take the Gravestone Strider. Let's attack. They're going to keep the Leering Onlooker back. We're going to take the 5 here. I actually kind of want to, depending on what else they have, I'm hoping they're out of action here, but I can go Gravestone Strider. I can actually steal Leering Onlooker, which is pretty nice. That lets me get in for 3. It sets me up for lethal, right? Now, if they have and it's just another flying threat. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's not the most ideal doppelgang. But, I mean, I'm at 9. And it's still probably good enough. Sadly. Oh, and this is how we go out. This is how we go out. A doppelgang off the top for 2. Gotta think here. Yeah, I don't see something that I can do here. I can steal something. I can attack. Yep. Yeah. Okay. They can make a lot of 5/5s here and force me to take lots of damage. Well, you know, they only have 2 flyers, right? So if I find another removal spell, like another Bite Down on Crime, did I use them all? If I can find maybe another Bite Down on Crime, or if they get kind of aggro and attack me with their flyers, maybe? I doubt that's going to happen, though. So let's block one of these. So I guess any removal spell gives us a shot? They might just make a 5/5. Okay. Do we have a removal spell here? Buried in the Garden. Has that been shuffled in? No, it's in the bottom. Come on! Ah! Oh, man. So close. So close. Like, I can kill one of these, but it doesn't matter. They can just kill me with all their 5/5s. They have 3/5. I'm at 4. I have 7 mana. I mean, this blocks a 5/5, and this can kill a 5/5. Four. They have an 8-drop in there. It's collect evidence 4. Yeah. All right, let's kill a hedge. Let's kill a hedge thing. Not ideal, but. So they get to keep, they have 2 5/5s in play. I killed a token because that is less evidence for them to collect. If they have anything, you're not allowed to. Oh, that's not allowable. You can't do that. How dare you? All right, that's probably the final straw. Coerce to kill on the Fairy Snoop. And we are on. Yep. That's going to do it. All right. Well, when you get doppelganged, you get doppelganged. We were playing a nice back and forth game there, setting ourselves up, or trying our best to set ourselves up. But ultimately, the doppelgang was good enough. And honestly, this was kind of a train wreck, but we were able to still stay in most of those games, and every single one of those wins at least was hard fought, and we tried our best, and we scrapped out a 3-3 finish with a deck that had basically no bombs. And like I said, happy with the 3-3 finish. Hopefully we can turn things around and start to win some more matches in future videos. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Feel free to hit the like or subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you wanted to support my content in other ways, I did launch my Patreon channel. Shout out to all the current patrons. I really do appreciate all of your support. The link is in the description below. I'll catch you tomorrow.